After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 365. We are a year of weeks.
Yes.
Which is exciting. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
If you are new, we're glad that you found us. We hope you see something you like and that you'll stay with us. And if...
I just want to clarify something really quickly. I'm Franciscan Gypsy in our new home. I'm Talia F on Lovecrafts.
Right. And I'm Lady Fernico everywhere right
Yes.
now, in terms of knitting and crafting. If you are new, we're glad you are here. We hope that you find something that will keep you coming back. If you are returning, we're always glad to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are in the shadows, please feel free to join the YouTube channel and, subscribe and press the little bell on your right.
It's on their right or left.
Okay. And then you could also join our group, which is at phnpodcast.freeforms.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforms.net. Okay, and that's where we are at now.
And it'll also be in the little
drop bar, down bar, whatever it's called.
Yeah, underneath this podcast.
Okay.
As well as links to both of our Lovecrafts profiles.
Okay. So, and that's where all the alongs and things happen. Okay. We have a couple of new members who have joined officially. Actually, they're all in the actual website, so that's cool. We have M Craft and Chat 2, welcome aboard. Wendy 8, welcome Wendy, and Willa, welcome Willa. So we're glad to have you all with us. That's exciting.
Why is she red whenever? Or did you make each of them a different color?
No, I don't know. It depends on where I cut and pasted the words from.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought there was like some significance to the coloring in your show notes.
Not particularly. So we're glad to have all of you with us. I guess before we go any further, we should probably say what we're drinking.
Yes, we should.
You actually have tea.
We do, and you have more projects?
I do.
Basically, for the next forever, Mom's going to be going first because Mom always has...
Possibly. Yeah, possibly, depending on how much I decide I want to start finishing things.
Right.
Okay.
But I know a lot of times you have multiple projects because it helps your hand.
Yeah, it does.
And actually, Karen talks about that in
Does she?
Around the Twist. Yeah, she says she will have like one project with small needles and one with big needles. So if one kind is hurting her hand, she'll switch to the other, or she'll switch from knitting to crocheting. Or so.
I have to watch that episode.
Yeah,
I do have her in my queue.
Yeah. And it's at the very end where she talks about that. I've always liked Karen, you know that.
Oh, I have too. I like Karen a lot. She's very...
I think she was like my first podcast.
She was one of your first... There was that one and another one.
It was another nurse one.
Yeah.
But she had twins at that time.
Yeah.
So she stopped podcasting.
So Karen, I would go on and off with her because she took a big break and I didn't get quite back on board with her. But now I have her in my queue again because she's fun to watch. She's very low key and informative. But anyway, you interrupted me for something.
I apologize. We were talking about tea.
Yeah. Okay. This is what my daughter's head looks like, and that is an oboe for those of you who are new. And if you watch this for any length of time, you'll understand the reference. Okay?
Does anyone notice in the group the reference to the oboe?
Yes, in Taya's
profile.
This is gingerbread chai tea from Plum Deluxe, Andy's tea, and this is spicy and comforting like a favorite blanket. Pair with winter rituals and comforting traditions. All organic black tea, honeybush tea, cinnamon, orange peel, ginger, cardamom, allspice, clove, black pepper, calendula, flavor essence, joy, gratitude, and has caffeine. No love in this one, just joy and gratitude.
Well, probably because it was a Christmas tea.
Yes, it was a Christmas tea. Yes, I'm drinking it in the middle and the height of summer. I do not care.
Yeah, Christmas in July.
Yes, Christmas in July. Did you want to taste some of this? It has caffeine in it.
I gotta have a taste. Hold on, let me put this down.
Okay. We're big fans of Andy's tea.
We are.
Every once in a while you'll see us drink something else, but we always come back to Andy's tea.
That's good.
Thank you.
I have a little sore right here, so it's gonna be interesting drinking tea.
Right. Hot and...
Yeah. Inside the mouth, you can't see it, so. So in my, this is what my head looks like, mug. And like Mom said, it's an oboe. Is Plum Deluxe tea, chocolate hazelnut dessert tea. This is one of my favorites.
Mine too.
This perfect flavor combo makes a rich, delightful cuppa. Some of my other teas are feeling ignored, I think, because I tend to go back to a couple favorites.
I go back to like that one and this one and what's it called? Brunch in Paris or Paris?
Well, that one and also the lime and the coconut.
Yes, the lime and the coconut.
That
It's
is
happy hour. I love that.
But this is neither of those things.
No.
This is chocolate hazelnut dessert tea. This perfect flavor combo makes a rich, delightful cuppa. It's all organic, has honeybush tea, cocoa nibs, hazelnut pieces, hazelnut essence, love and gratitude. No caffeine. Even though I know I stirred it already. I just have this compulsive need to stir the tea.
And these teas smell amazing. Even when you get the package, you open up the purple package, it smells absolutely amazing.
Even though my smell's improving, I still can't smell that.
It's a subtle smell.
Okay, maybe that's why I can't pick it up.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's getting better, but I'm definitely not like normal person.
Because it smells like it tastes predominantly of hazelnut.
Yes.
So that's what you're smelling, and it's very subtle. It's very good.
Well, I've always have liked hazelnut. When I used to drink coffee, I used to like hazelnut coffee. So it's a flavor I just favor.
Hazelnut and hot chocolate, hazelnut and almost anything.
Yeah, I just like hazelnut apparently.
Yeah. Okay, now, so that's the teas. Going into charity stuff, we want to thank everybody who is so generous. I know we have some people knitting and crocheting hats and things to go either to the pregnancy center or at our Evan's house, which is
It's Evan's home, Mom.
Evan's home. So we're really excited about that. Our contact for the Evan's home is Gracie's mom, 62, in our group. She is the proprietor of our local yarn shop, and that's where my yarn is being done in a brick and mortar store. So she's very generous with her time and talent.
Yes, she is.
So we're happy to have that. And then we have, of course, the Front Royal Pregnancy Center here, which is very, very grateful for hats and blankets and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And before I go on to the knitting and things, I wanted to show you.
We have, while she's pulling that up, we have in our new home, the site Mom mentioned at the beginning, we have a thread for charity, crafting, which also has some links.
Free patterns.
Free patterns,
and all kinds of
but
stuff.
also like places that deal with, like focus on charity in particular. I forget who posted. I want to say it was like Rena or Allison.
Right, and they mentioned Comforting Crafts, which is Brittany's.
Well, yeah,
group.
we mentioned Brittany to begin with.
Right, but it's there,
Yeah.
and our stuff is there.
Yeah.
And so and there are other things, and people can add links as they see fit.
Yes.
But
because I picked up the group that they had mentioned, someone's cottage.
right, Bev's Cottage. I think
you're right. And she has a Facebook group which I got accepted into.
Yeah, I have to get on her Facebook group. I have seen her before. I just haven't gotten involved with it. That's not. I did charity thing, but that wasn't where I was at. Now I'm there, and I'm going to have to join up. But the lead-in for this is all that. The autism awareness. You guys were very, very generous in buying my yarn for the autism awareness and Sparkle Along. Those yarns, the ones that were specifically autism awareness and Sparkle Along, I took a percentage and sent it to the Autism Society. I was going to send it Well, I did send it to our local. They don't have PayPal yet, so I almost sent it to the Richmond one, but I decided to send it to the one here because it's local. And so I ended up sending a check. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. That's how much we sent. Can you see that? $70. And that's a percentage of what you guys gave me. So they were very happy to receive it when I called to find out where to send it to. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I did do as I said. I sent the donation out, even if it took me a little while to get it out there. Okay? So thank you very, very much for your generosity. Okay. Moving on. A little chilly, that's why I'm wearing this.
I'm actually a little warm. But I also have a Diana's hat on. Which, let us talk about what we are wearing.
Oh, this is a Yow's Away at, I think it's the Yow's Away at 3.
It is Away at 3.
By Susan B. Anderson, and this is Miss Babs' Yow's What a Skein. I'm not sure what the colorway is.
I'm not sure either.
I
never usually picked up skeins like this color for her. So
I have another one of these.
It's a little pale for me.
I have another one of these on my needles. It's been languishing, but I do. And this is really nice because it's a little too warm to have an actual sweater on. But I'm chilly. If you see me, I've got goosebumps. This will help me warm up.
And I'm wearing Diana's hat. We can't figure out what the yarn colorway is because I made this a long time ago, actually for Mom, but it didn't rest comfortably for her. If there's things resting in a certain area of her neck, it bothers her. So I reclaimed it because it wasn't getting worn. And actually I wear it a lot because it's a neutral color that goes with all things.
And I love that color. I think I actually bought that color.
You might have.
And you said you'd make me a hat because I didn't know what to do with it. I think it's fingering weight yarn.
It is fingering weight yarn.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because every once in a while I just want a little light something when I'm having a little bit of a bad hair day. Because I'm in that kind of awkward portion of growing out where the only thing I can do is wear it loose. It's kind of I guess it's like 60s, 70s kind of haircut right now, where it's at more 50s maybe.
It's just what it is. It's in any situation. That's how it looks when it grows out.
Yeah.
But the style I guess might be kind of a 70s. Especially with this, I can remember when we could just flip the bangs.
And it flips on its own.
Yeah.
But when it forms, it just sort of feels like feels very dated. But I wore it with the thought process I would then wear the shawl that Laura gave me, but I'm a little too warm for that right now. Maybe later on I'll put it on.
Right. Okay. We're going to go into what's going on. You'll notice that this is a lot shorter now, but these are the people that are impacting us directly. So the Yarn and I Cappy podcast is having the I Love Mickey or I Heart Mickey Cal Lao goes through November 18th, which is Mickey's official birthday. It's basically anything that has to do with Disney. Okay? I'm not sure how we can work it for posting in her group if you're not involved with Ravelry, but you can certainly post anything that is, book related from Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and all that in our Tea and Tales and stuff like that. I mean, we can make it work.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
You'll still be working in the spirit of Cappy. And Cappy's
Right.
actually in our new home.
She is in our new home. So, if you want to tag her and say, hey, I was a member of your group and I want to do this, she might be able to, I might have to text her. I think she's at a fiber festival or something right now, but I'm not sure. I need to text her and see if we can work something out where we can
work
where we can
I don't have the tune right.
No, you don't. I'm not going to sing right now because I'm in the middle of something. A Crocheting Hoovian podcast. Laura's awesome.
Yes,
okay,
she
she puts more effort into keeping us who want to be a part of a group, because many of us are part of her group.
Yes.
And many of us can no longer access the group over there. So she has gone over and above what we would have expected her to do. She has a Facebook group for those who have Facebook who want to take part in Tortoise versus Hare, who want to take part in the Creature Feature and the Whip It Good and all that, and any other alongs that because we do a lot of alongs together.
Yes, we do.
So she's made it possible for us who aren't in Ravelry to be able to post our pictures somewhere else. So we can do it at Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, she's given an email.
So really, it's quite an awesome effort that she's making.
I am absolutely flabbergasted. She has truly gone over and above, and we appreciate greatly her efforts because I know how much that takes. And so, Laura, we are very grateful. Thank you very much. I have yet to post anything there simply because I haven't had
posted in
time.
the Facebook because I'm trying to get the bunnies counting.
I have a couple of turtle whips going. I know they don't count for
Final count
yet, but the point is I just haven't had time to post really anywhere. I've been trying to post in our group.
Yeah, I'm trying not to post whips necessarily, simply because then it gives away the podcast.
Right. And I usually post the whips after I announce what I'm doing.
Yeah, usually I'll post my FOs after the podcast is out.
Right. So keep in mind, if you're in our new home, you'll be able to find the Facebook link there, or I guess you can just find the Facebook link. I think Laura's posted on Instagram.
She might have. I can't recall.
If you're in our group, you can find the email there, I believe.
Yeah, because I didn't post the Facebook group because I wasn't sure how public she was making it.
Right. So, and you can ask her. I mean, she's going to be away from her computer for about a week, starting tomorrow. But when she gets back, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to help you out if you have questions. But now that I've gone into all that, she's doing the Creature Feature Cow Lal with Doc for Our Woman, who is from the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal podcast.
You're getting good at saying that.
Yes. And then she's doing Tortoise versus Hare with us. She's asked us, and Brittany, who has Comforting Crafts. So we're doing that. And then she's also doing the Whip It Good, which is getting rid of all your whips. And Laura, I keep meaning to ask you, does that include frogging? Okay, we need to know if that does frogging. Some people, Heidi used to count frogging as well, but hers is frog it or finish it. So,
right.
So I don't know if Laura counts that or not. We will await her.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. Okay. Then we have, and if I've forgotten anything, I think her shawl, her Life Changer shawl along is going to the end of the month, which is like a week or 5 days or something as of the recording. Of this recording. So you still have a little bit of chance for that. And then in the Bees Knees group, she has 19 or whatever in 2019. Okay, and that's only in the one place. So at least at this point, she's very busy right now with her Masters of Hand Knits, I think it's called.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm so proud of her. She's doing so well.
She's gonna be like,
ask me anything.
Heads,
heads, shoulders, knees and toes above.
Yeah,
she literally. I mean, even her feet are gonna be above us. I'm so proud of her for going.
It's one of those things. It's like, man, that's something that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
But I doubt that it's something I can handle right now.
No, my hands won't allow me to do that because she says a lot of work.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. The PHN Tea and Tales. Oh, okay, here we go into our stuff because I'm not used to it being so short. Okay, this has been going on all year, and for our alongs, no matter what they are, it's our side of it. The rules are pretty much the same.
Right.
Okay.
As they've been for the past 20 million years.
Yes. I will go through the rules on the first along that we talk about in our group, and then I will just say what's different in the other groups. So this one started, PHN Tea and Tail started the 1st of January, and that goes all the way through to the 31st of December. So that means that on midnight of December going into January 1st, this closes. And we do have moderators in Europe, so this is possible for it to close when it should. Don't we still have moderators in Europe?
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted because it's like I really need to fill out Valeria's form.
Yes, poor Valeria. She's like,
so she can get her stitch mark.
She's like, I don't believe they're coming, and my celery is broken.
What about her celery?
She said she was going to hit you with a wet celery.
I was like, what happened to her celery?
Have you seen her garden? Oh my gosh.
Is it on Instagram?
Yes.
I haven't been on Instagram.
Valeria, what were those red berries? I thought they looked like currants. They didn't look big enough to be cherries or anything, so maybe they're currants.
I will be quite honest, I've been using Lovecrafts almost like my Instagram replacement because they have that feed.
Right, and I use that a lot, but I like to keep track of my friends who are Instagram. So,
right, I'm just very bad about...
Well, I'm not on there as much anymore. Right. But she has an amazing garden. She must have the greenest thumb ever. She showed a picture of her kitchen. I guess part of her kitchen, and it looked like it had onions hanging and all this. It looked like a farm kitchen. I want her to come and fix my kitchen because Because Daddy doesn't like onions. I have to hang something else. But okay. Anyway, moving on. The Tea and Tails goes all year long, and it's one whip per project per week. Knitted, crocheted, or loom knit, has to be some way, shape, or form related to tea and or tails. Tails being fictional, okay? And I don't know if Rose has been posting. I'm a little behind in Tea and Tails, but I love hers. And some of the people have...
I haven't seen anything recently from her, although I know I feel like she's posted since the new group.
Oh, she has. Yeah.
But I don't think she's had anything recently.
Didn't she suggest that one YouTube channel about the stories?
I'm pretty sure she did.
I have to look at that. That looks interesting. But Rose is so much fun to look at her tie-ins, and some of the others have started with that now, so it's really fun to read their stuff.
I forget who posted, and they had like a really the way they explain it's like, wow, you went into a lot of effort and detail for that. That's pretty amazing. I'm not sure if it was Rena or Sylvie.
Somebody did a lot. I remember commenting on one
and
of them.
I was like, wow, I'm really impressed, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. So, Tea and or Tails, fictional, chapter books, okay? Anything that's fictional, that if you look on Amazon or Goodreads and it says fiction, then that's good. All right? Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked on during the along and must reflect the theme. Chatter and pictures all on the same thread. Let's see here. Let's see. Our featured patterns: Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns, Joanna Johnson's patterns, Mom Cook patterns, that's loom knit, Crocheting Hoovian patterns, Studio Von Design patterns, and My Shawl, if you can make it, Lady Vertical Creations, Lady Vertical pattern, if you can make it relate to tea and or tails, and Cappy's shawl, the wonderful shawl she developed for this along, and the featured yarns, Lady Vertical Creations, and the Yarn and I. The Yarn and I is her yarn brand, right? Yes, the Yarn and I.
I've not actually ever purchased from her, so...
I have purchased from her, and she has gifted me yarn, and it's beautiful. She gifted me a shawl kit. Absolutely gorgeous. So, and we do have coupon codes from her for the shawl kit and for everything in their shop, the 2 different coupons. Very, very generous. Cappy is amazing. And so you might want to check out her Etsy shop and see if you're interested in her shawl kits or anything else. If you marry those featured patterns all are 2 chances at a prize. Featured yarns, 2 chances at a prize if they're related to tea and or tails in the finished object. If you marry the featured yarn with the featured pattern, that's 3 chances at a prize. Okay, so we want to give you as many chances at a prize as we possibly can. Okay, 3rd quarter prizes are Cappy stitch markers, and I need to talk to the person who was so generous with the donations before to see how we're going to handle the patterns for those who no longer have access to them. All right, and then we have a mega prize at the end of the year. Now for the Cardiac Dysautonomia Calcalau, okay, that runs from July 1st through September 30th, so we're about a third of the way through it. And I have seen lots of projects. I haven't been commenting a lot. You'll see I comment in blocks. What I tend to do is I tend to take 1 or 2 threads and answer everything, and then I'll come back and see 1 or 2 threads more and answer everything. So,
and if it's something where I think I can do a like, I'll do a like as well. Because
Right.
what I like about the new setting is you can see that I've looked at it, that I like it.
Yeah. So you'll see a lot of likes from me if I don't have time to answer, or it just, I just want to say that I really like the project, but not much else.
Because I'm like, I want to hang out in the PHN Woman Cave, but I also want to have some knitting time. So it's like a balancing act.
Yeah, especially with her working full time. But I am answering. I'm a lot more active in our group now than I have been in the past.
Actually, I am too.
So, but I'm really impressed by all the beautiful.
Oops, it's bunny.
I had tea. Beautiful projects that are coming up. I love that people are asking questions about what's accepted, and you guys are pretty good about knowing that. And when you ask, generally we're not policing you guys, but if you ask and you think that it works, we generally will say that's fine, unless it's absolutely obvious, unless you have something like this, only that's black, or something like that.
It actually has an undertone of blue to it.
That does have I was saying that when I was doing this undertone of blue, but still, that's not.
Because if you look very closely at it, it's really actually got. I wish I could remember what color.
It's a charcoal kind of.
It's
got
really
purples and
pretty.
blues.
I
It's
wish I
beautiful.
could remember who did this.
It's a gorgeous yarn.
It's got this beautiful undertone.
Mm-hmm. That's why I
to
fell in
it.
love with that yarn. It's absolutely beautiful.
And I wish I remember who did it. I'd have to look back at my.
I think I made somebody something with that yarn and had some left over, and that's why you made the hat.
Maybe I can't recall.
I think it was part of my Christmas package to somebody.
It might have been, but it's beautiful yarn.
In which case, it will be on my project page, but in my place where I have it.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay. All right. So, where am I here? Okay. Tortoise versus Hare. This is Laura Concert's baby, Crocheting Hoovian, and she's asked us once again to be co-host along with Brittany. We love doing this. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, she's bent over backwards so that we can participate. If we were members of her group in the past, we are still members of her group if we wish to be, and we
Go Team Bunny!
go Team Tortoise.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
Tortoise.
Bunny, bunny.
Anyway, she has set it up as we said so we can participate, which is awesome. And this goes until the end of September, right? July,
Yes.
August, September. Yes, the end of September. And the rules, as I said, are the same. But anything Tortoise versus Hare, and this year we're opening it up. It's not just amigurumi. It's anything that's Tortoise versus Hare related, including your yarn. Like if somebody posted something, I think it was Brittany, who was using a TMNT, one of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle colorways.
Yes.
It
was Brittany.
Yeah, and
I don't think it was a finished job unless she finished it since last month, because I'm not caught up in tea.
right. I'm just saying that she was using that yarn.
She is.
So that kind of that's anything tortoise or hare related. Okay, toys, shawls, yarns, whatever. So that's opens
Well,
it
I
up to
have
everybody.
toys on the go. That's not been my focus this year.
Yeah, I have toys on the go, but also I'm kind of half and half, I think, or will be pretty soon here. So, okay. Well, okay, I already said that.
We know you're an owl anyway.
I am an owl. I sit in for Team Tortoise because, tortoises. Okay, let's see. Featured yarns, Lady Furnicle Creations, featured patterns, Taya's patterns. In our group, anything that you can make of Laura's that's related to tortoises or hares or whatever. She'd have a cow if we did anything in her yarn with hares. But she
Oh, Lord, that's actually really tempting.
you'd have to first buy the yarn.
That's true.
Anyway, my point is that
But what happens if you use a turtle yarn in a bunny project?
I don't know. That's like your Birdle and stuff.
Right. I mean, does it balance out?
I think it does. I think it's a null. It's a washout.
Yeah.
Or it's two, which is still a washout.
Yeah.
So we are accepting anything of Laura's as well. That's tortoise versus hare, tortoise and hare, as two chances at a prize.
Sorry, tried to breathe in my teeth.
Her yarn because she does have yarn now. She has an Etsy shop. It's Lollipop Girl on Etsy. Okay, I think it's Lollipop Girl, right?
It
Lollipop Girl Creation or Lollipop Girl. I can't. My yarn is up there, so I can't see. I bought her first skein. I'm so excited. I'm waiting for her pattern to come out in August. So that's where that's going. But yes, and I'm just waffling, as Kay would say. Okay, so we do have prizes. I don't have them here. I have to sit down because everything's in disarray. I haven't really sat down and said, okay, this goes here, this goes there.
Right.
But you saw the two kits that Laura donated. One was, I think, Captain America, and one was Star Wars, I think. Jawas or something.
Yes.
So those are going to be prizes, but I don't have anything else. Oh, and also we have something else.
Well, I mean, this
Wait,
is the
we have-
beginning of the month. You'll see the prizes next
Yeah,
month.
you'll see. I don't know if I'll be ready to show them next week. It depends. I'll tell you more about the house at the end of the podcast. But
Yeah.
we are in the full throes of that right now. So
Yeah.
okay, so that's that. And that's all we have for alongs. I mean, right? I mean, we have.
Well, we haven't even hit half an hour yet. Wow. Usually it's like a...
Well, I was still pretty long-winded. It's just because I got caught up in explaining about Laura's. Ouch.
Laura's ouch?
No, I have one of those Fitbits, but the band is rubber, and it catches. Can you see that? like it kind of catches right here,
Mm.
and it hurts, so I had to take it off. Okay, so I have 8, I believe.
And I have, I believe it's 5. Let me take a look again. Five.
So I do 2 sets of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see here. Whoops. Is a bunny. I hope you all have your beverage of choice.
Indeed.
Okay. My first one. Let's see here. If I can find it. Okay. Is in my... Oh, I forgot a bag.
Oh, so you have 9?
I don't know. We'll see. It may be that I have one bag extra that I didn't realize. You know, that maybe I didn't work on. That's strange. Okay, so I apologize. Okay. In my Words, Words, Words bag by Mama C, who's Christina. She gifted this to me, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I use it all the time. Am I upside down?
Yes.
Okay, you all see me in all my uncoordination. There we go. All right. This is a very large bag, and I absolutely love it. I still have the tag. The name is still... Oh, there, as you can see it on the side.
I think my name tag finally fell off of mine. Mine is holding, I think minis for a blanket.
Right. I only did a little bit on this because I was focusing on other things, but I do love the color combination. This is the yarn and I Cappy. This is Cappy's yarn in the Lady Fernicle colorway. This is Villainous Green Dragonfly Fibers, I think.
That is Villainous.
And is this one is not...
Tangerine Speedo.
Is this the one that has the Tangerine
That's
Speedo?
Tangerine Speedo.
Because...
That is
yes,
Tangerine
it is.
Speedo.
Yes, it is. Because I know I have similar
The
colors.
other one is Mad Tosh.
Mad
and the
Tosh,
small
yeah. I
one.
couldn't remember which one.
But that's Tangerine Speedo.
Okay, so this is what I'm doing. And I am making progress on this. I just had something that was taking my attention this week. I love this pattern. I love the way the yarns are working up. And this is staying with me. This is Terra the Sea Turtle by Talia. And I call her Lady Caprice for obvious reasons. It's named after Cappy. So
I was just looking for your original Tara, but I think she must be...
I think she's in the other room. Now I'm hot. I take this off.
You see, I'm getting a little chilly. I might put on my shawl.
Okay, so that's that one. I think I have to do one more. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, the next one is in my Knitting's My Bag Gnomes bag. And this is my I'll Be There For You shawl pattern. I'm calling it Precious Heirlooms. Oh, there's my my brace. Okay, so this is in Lucky Jenny Knits gave me this. She dyed this for me in the jewelry box colorway. It's a fingering weight sock, and I think I did a couple rows on this because the rows are getting long. You can't really tell, but it's really bunched up on the needles. I'm going to go until this is finished. So I'm hoping to finish this before Thanksgiving when I see my parents, so I can give it to my mom because I think she'll like it. Isn't that pretty? The colors are just gorgeous.
It is very pretty.
I love working with it. And then I have, I forget who did the little teapot. I bought this little teapot stitch markers, but I'm pretty sure that this owl is Maureen's.
I can't
Victorian
remember.
Studio.
Are you sure the teapots are Marines?
No, teapot's not Maureen's.
Okay.
It's some kind of polyurethane or something.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm using size 6 needles. I think next time I will use 7s with fingering weight yarn. Just because this isn't overly dense. I mean, it's fine. But I think I want just a little more lightness to it. And it matches my bag. It matches my bag. Okay. And of course, my needles are Chow Goose. It's very rare you see anything but Chow Goose in my projects. Your turn.
So, in my... well, we'll just talk about the one I'm working at this second. in my Silver Shed USA Oops bag, yes, he is a bunny. And the artwork's by Davina.
And Brody bag.
Huh?
And Brody bag.
Yes, it's Silver Shed USA. And this is also the matching Notions pouch.
I do have 8 tie. I just must have forgotten the bag.
Oh, okay. And this project, this is the, hold on, because I always forget the name of this pattern because I think it's the Baby Bunny Beanie. Yes, say that fast.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers?
Isn't that...
I keep saying Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger saying that in Last Action Hero.
It's-
That did you?
It's Baby Rabbit Beanie by Sandra Yeager. And I'm using Mom's yarn. I went up a size because the other one ended up very much a preemie size. I have a feeling this one's going to be a preemie size too, though.
You think so?
It feels like it's really small.
It's got a fair amount of stretch to it. We'll see.
Yeah. It
Might be a normal preemie or a normal infant.
Yeah, because the other one was quite small, and I did just the small size, which is the in between of the. There's 3 sizes: extra small, small, and medium.
Can I make this fingering or sock or sport?
This is fingering,
This
and that's what the pattern calls for.
Okay.
But the babies she knows must have a lot smaller heads than the babies I know. But this is Mom's yarn. So Lady Fern Coco Creations, and the colorways do not have a name because they were dyed specifically for me for a different project, and then I decided I wanted to work it in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just in the ribbing part. I had to restart because I missed a stitch. But
And you
now
weren't very far along.
no, I wasn't. But so I'm almost done with the ribbing now. I'm about to start the colorwork section.
Okay.
And I'm calling this project, I think it's Pink Bunnies Everywhere, because I'm going to do all the bunnies pink.
Okay. My next one is in my Turbo Knitter 64 large Mickey and Minnie bag on a yellow bag. So
Yellow Field?
Yellow Field. This is my bobbing along. I moved it into this bag because it wasn't fitting very well in the other one. And I did a few rows on this. I'm kind of in the middle of the row because I went to Davina's doctor appointment and they called us faster than I thought. So I think it was Davina's doctor appointment that I went to with this. Might have been something else, but anyway. So it's close to being done. So, maybe.
Which direction?
Huh?
Is this side to side? Like, is this...
It can be either way. I just have to look at it and see if it's this way where it lays like with the stripes going horizontally. It's almost finished. If it's this way, maybe not so much. But I think it's pretty close. If I sit down, I might be able to have it done in the next week or two. Mm-hmm. But we'll see because I have other things that I've been wanting to work on. And the yarn is a sugar wheel. I forget who puts it out. Sugar wheel. I have to take a look in a second here. It's Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel. And this is one of the few Yarn Bees that I'm not really overly happy with. It's a little rougher. I think it'll be fine
When it's washed.
when it's washed. It's just when I think also because I've been working so much in superwash and stuff like that, it feels a little rougher on my hands. But it's perfectly good yarn. I like the way it works up, and I think it'd be great for charity projects and toys. It's just a little bit of a
penance.
it's a little bit of a getting used to something that's different. Okay, so I have to do one more, and then I think after that we're one-on-one, right?
I think so.
How many do you have left?
Hold on.
4?
4.
Okay, so this will be the last one I do twice. Okay. Let me see where I'm at here. Okay, in my Knitter's Magic large project bag, this is the purple roses on the black field, or navy blue, I'm not sure what color this is.
It's black.
Is my Welcome Little One project from the On the Porch Blanket knitting pattern by 5410 Studio, which I've gone on and on about them before, so you know how I feel about them. I'm still in the garter stitch section. I did work on it, but it's like the 5 inches that go on and on and on. So this is where I'm at. And also I didn't work on it as much as I could have this week because, like I said, I had other things that took my focus. But I like this so far, and I think it's going to be really pretty when it's finished. I'm using my Bare Necessities yarn, Lady Furniture Creations Bare Necessities. So that's that.
Hang on, let me just knit this one stitch so I don't lose it off my nails.
Okay.
So knit one.
It's been a busy week of knitting because I had to sit still, and contractors walking in and out of the house all the time, so I had to be available for them. I didn't want to do anything too complicated.
Right.
Because I had to be able to, part of the time was, transferring patterns and things like that, and then part of the time was just knitting and listening to the podcasts and things.
Okay, good. I got my one stitch. I didn't want to lose that needle. Okay, so put that there. Okay, so next for me is in my, I think it's actually this one. In my Tortoise versus Hair bag by Silvershed USA, and it's got the girdle that Laura made.
Laura Smoot.
Yeah.
That's Spinning Laura.
Yes.
Spinning Laura.
She's the same one who made the shawl I'm wearing. But this is a project that wasn't started last time. We discovered some knit picks that was unmarked in Mom's stash. This is probably a mixture of sport and worsted. I think only the yellow is sport. I think the rest of it is worsted. So this again is the Baby Rabbit Beanie by Sandra Yeager. And like I said, this wasn't started last time. I'm just getting into the bunnies now. This is all knit picks.
It's pretty.
These bunnies are like a greenish blue on this. There's something creepy about green bunnies, though. I don't know.
Well, green anything except lizards and snakes and things kind of makes you think that they're ill.
Right. Yeah, I guess. That's
or Franken bunnies.
I think. Yeah, I'm thinking of when wasn't there points where Bugs would be like Franken bunny and he would be like green.
There was something that was Franken something.
But I think Bugs did something like that.
I mean, there was definitely something probably on Bugs Bunny, but I don't know if it was Bugs himself.
I feel like it was Bugs.
It might have been. It might have been.
But
he did a lot of weird things.
This is the extra small size. And it's going to be, I think, perfect for a normal baby head.
Yeah, because it'll stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas a bigger size might be too big. It might be more of like a 1-year-old.
Well, probably maybe a 6-month-old or something like that.
Right. But this will be like a normal baby head, I think. So I probably won't end up doing this pattern very often, fingering weight, simply because I feel like it ends up a bit small.
Right.
And because our hospital doesn't have a women's care, we don't really have.
We don't have a NICU.
We don't have a NICU to give the preemie hats to.
I mean, we can always give it to Evan's home.
But I'm not sure they have preemies there.
Never know. I mean,
yeah.
If you have unwed mothers and things, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be possible, but
the pregnancy center too might have some.
Yeah. My tendency is not to knit as many of the preemie ones because I'm not sure that our resources have.
Yeah, I've stopped doing as many of the really, really small ones. I still do some of the preemie ones because some of the babies, if they're going to our pregnancy center or whatever, they might not have had the nutrition and stuff they needed. So some of the babies might be small.
That's true.
And so, and some of the people are small. I mean, they're just small.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, I want to make sure that they have something.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, and this is my Slip Stitch Studio TNG DPN holder. And Slip Stitch Studio makes my favorite DPN holders.
Okay, now, my next one is in my PHN Blue Sweater Size Silver Shed USA Podiversary bag, the 500 bag, this one. That Anne is amazing. She did for us. So, this is my Secret Garden shawl from the Life Changes pattern by Laura Concert, Crocheting Julian. And I only did a couple rows on this, but I did do some. It seemed like every time I sat down to do something on the couch, watch a movie or whatever, I'd fall asleep. I was tired, so this suffered a little bit for that, but I do love the pattern, and at least it's all going the right way now.
Right.
So that's cool. And I seem to have a problem with that happening on these asymmetrics. I have to be really, really careful
Right.
that I don't, do something like that. But this is where I'm at. It didn't matter if it was knitting or crocheting, because I had the same thing happen with the pretty blue one that I did in that yarn. In the what was the yarn that we like so much? She doesn't do it anymore. She was a big deal for a while.
No maker.
No. She used to do mostly fiber. I can't remember. Emily used to love her.
You only bought the one skein from
two
skeins from her. That
Yes.
was the only time you tried her, so we
Yes.
can't say we used to love her because I never had.
No, I've always loved her stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that much about her.
I just didn't get it because it was all fiber. And when I saw
Yeah.
this, it was absolutely gorgeous. A mistake. I wish my mistakes looked like that.
Yeah.
She what was her name? I can't remember, and I haven't seen her back because I think she had an illness or something. I hope she's all right. But I don't know where I was going with that.
I have no idea where you're going.
I have
with
no
that.
idea. Any event, I know the crochet. I was trying to say that's the shawl that I was crocheting that I kept going back and forth like I did with this one, and I had to rip it out a couple times or rip back a couple times because it was it looked like it had freeform crochet.
Right.
Okay, so that's it. You have to go.
So in my
And Laura's life shawl pattern is available on Comforting Lovecrafts and Etsy now. So if you want to pick it up and you haven't,
so
it's also and on Ravelry, of course.
in my Knitter's Magic brown bag is
Boy, you're stuffing that to the gills.
Yes, I am. I probably don't need quite as many of the skeins as I have in here, but
The inside is so pretty in that.
excuse me. Yes, it is. His little kitties in it. This is the Sunny Bunny Baby Blankets.
Why is the tea gone?
Probably because you drank it all. It's by Pattern World.
That's coming along really well, Talia.
So, hold on, let me get it untangled.
Oh, okay. To tell you, that's the same way the other one looks. So I guess those were not Tunisian. Does anybody know on Lovecraft how to get a hold of a designer? They say that you can contact them. And I tried to get a hold of a designer about one of these kind of patterns. It wasn't this particular designer, to see if it was regular.
If you
crochet.
comment on the pattern.
I couldn't get a comment box up.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have to see, because there was one she had really pretty. I didn't want to do Tunisian.
So, whoopsie.
There's a bunny. I don't have any tea. Shoppy fell down.
Here, you stay a little bit higher. You're drinking your tea a lot quicker than I am. Okay.
It was getting cold.
Yeah, mine is cold. So I'm getting to the point where and this isn't going to be an overly big blanket. This is definitely
No, it's a baby blanket.
I'm at the point, if you look at this pattern, I'm starting the grass and I'm at the very bottom of the bunny. So her bunny is yellow. Mine is going to end up this kind of cream. It's called creamsicle, the color. But that's what the color I had available to me. And actually it's shown up pretty well.
Very pretty.
I just have to remember to carry the yarn when I need to. Sometimes I forget. But yeah, there it is so far. It got some work on it. This is going to be a slow but steady one because I'm focusing on the ones that I can finish quicker. But I did like the way her pattern looked and I wanted to work it.
She has some beautiful patterns. Who is the designer again?
Pattern World.
Pattern World, yeah.
And we found her on Lovecraft. Hold on. Stuck. I'm not sure if she's on Ravelry. I didn't check. There we go.
I think I figured out which one I didn't work on. Let me see.
So yes, that got some work on it. And the 2 extra bags are holding... I'm not carrying all my yarns across the project because there's some... I'm trying to limit the amount that carry across the back.
Okay. The next ones I'm showing you haven't seen before. Okay, in my Valeria bag is my Bells for Baby project from the Cerebral Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. And you guys know how much I like this pattern. I've done this a gazillion times for scarves and cowls and everything like that.
I didn't realize you had this going, yeah.
I started this a few days ago.
Oh, that's cute, Mom.
Isn't that pretty? I love the way this works out up. I've got this
You've
huge
always
yarn.
loved that pattern.
It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm using a worsted weight. Not the softest of yarn, but I'm hoping that'll wash out. This is Caron 1 pound.
But it's not the Pound of Love, which is softer.
No. And I'm sure this will wash out. I'm going to wash it before I put it, give it up away or put it up for whatever I'm going to do with it. But I have an idea what I'm going to do with this already. At least that's my idea, for a gift for someone who just had a baby. If I can finish it in a timely manner. But this is what I did in like 4 or 5 days. Right. This is what I wanted to work on. So
you've always loved that pattern.
I'm about a third of the way through the blanket, I think.
And you're going to see a lot more crochet from us that you've seen for a while.
Yeah, I mean we're still knitting, but I
only have the one crochet project.
I've got several.
You've got several. Those of you who are newer to the podcast, forget that Mom initially was primarily a crocheter for a very long time. I was initially primarily a crocheter too, but by the time I started podcasting, I was already making the switch to knitting. But this is going back to Mom's roots.
Your turn.
Okay, so in my Silver Shade USA Bunnies bag, Tortoise Precious Hair 2017, according to the inside.
That's how we can keep track of it.
Yes. I wonder if the other one says on the inside.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it does.
You're right, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I think this might have been the first one.
It is.
But this is from...
Because we put both of them on, and then for this one we just said whatever team you're on. Because I have the tortoise one over there.
Yeah.
And by over there, back where you guys are, is my wall of like yarn and
it's behind
bags.
you guys.
It's behind you guys.
Over there. Okay, so this is Knit Baby Bunny by Lorraine Pistorio. So I thought this was one I saw on Instagram first, but I don't think so now. I think that was a different pattern. I'm not sure where maybe I got this off of Ravelry. I'm not really sure.
You might have.
I hope I saved the pattern. I'm sure I did.
Well, you can just put that aside somewhere if you're not sure.
I'll do a search before, I get rid of the paper.
They probably have it on Lovecraft, even if you have to buy it again.
Yeah. Well, they did have it come up in their search.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to attach it.
So you don't have to worry about it. Just make sure it's in your...
Yeah. I'd hate to have to buy it again, though.
Well,
I would check and make sure it's not in my pattern.
Yeah, well, you don't want to buy it unless you have to, but
yeah.
At least you have that option.
So this is Knit Baby Bunny by Lorraine Pistorio.
It's cute.
So
it looks like a little sweater standing all by itself.
He has his self formed. And this is Cascade 220 in white. I had used this as part of Tilly. Then I have the first leg done.
Aw.
Haven't sewed it on yet. The shaping on this is actually very interesting.
I bet. It looks like it.
Even though it's a little more complicated, it's kind of fun. And it's really kind of fun to see it form on your needle. And you're like, I've got a foot here. And you do it from the point here. So there's the first foot. And then, because I think actually it's supposed to be
almost be
like that.
At that point, it could almost be a generic doll body.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's supposed to be like in the picture. And then I'm working on... I've been working on the railroad. Okay. The other foot is being formed.
Very cool.
So just the very beginning of that. Don't remember who gave me this
I don't know.
DPN holder.
Did you buy it?
I feel like Laura gave this
Concert
one.
might have?
But I don't know if she made it though. I think she just gave it.
She probably gave it to you.
And this looks like it's... What's it called? Pokemon or whatever.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. It looks like Pokemon. I don't know. I've never got into Pokemon. I just know Pikachu because everyone knows Pikachu.
Pikachu's adorable. He's the only one I know, though.
He kind of looks like Pikachu.
Pikachu's yellow.
I know, but his face looks like Pikachu. And he's kind of fat for Pikachu.
He just got all upset and blushed.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if he's angry or sad or
embarrassed.
or...
I'm sorry, Crayon Bunny. You're fluffy.
Yes. Okay.
Oops, that's a bunny.
In my tortoise bag, knitting tortoise bag, Silver Shed USA, artwork by Davina. This will not be put in Tortoise versus Hare because it's a bunny. But I'm making it for the same person that I'm making the blanket for. So I couldn't find a cute little other thing to put with it. So I'm making the...
But if you finish it during Tortoise versus Hare
it's
month,
not going in there.
That's not fair.
It's not. You have finished things and it's not.
No,
going
I purposely don't work on tortoises during.
It's not going in there.
That's not fair.
Okay.
Oh, that's wrong.
I'm afraid that Laura will beat me with her rhythm stick. Okay, so that's what I'm making. It's the mini Cuddle bunny, and this has an interesting construction to it.
Guys, seriously, if someone works on a bunny during Tortoise versus Hare, they should totally put it in.
Do you think I care? I will do what I want to do. Okay, I have 2 ears finished. Where is it?
You made all the bunnies in the world sad.
I'll get over it. Here's my 2 ears. And, okay. I made a mistake on one of the ears. I don't know what I did, but I'm not, I'll just figure it out. It looks fine. So that's that. And then this is the start of the body, but the reason I have to stop is because you attach the ears now, at this point. So...
That's a really weird time period to attach
I
them.
know. Well, I guess it's the top of the head.
Oh.
And so, somehow, I guess I attach in here, and then you keep knitting, so it's not going to fall out. You don't have to sew.
Oh, well,
So,
that's interesting.
It's an interesting kind of construction. I'm having a little bit of problem because I'm using a sport weight yarn with a very small hook. So I have to pace myself. Even thankfully, I have this kind of a handle on my hook. But
let's crochet. What's it called? A more.
I don't know. I have several different. I have some
armor.
One is what you're talking about.
The armor one's the only ones I use.
Well, there are 2 like
but
that.
those are the only ones I use.
And then the crochet tube, which I don't use anymore.
Yeah.
But this one, so I'm making this little
Kay
bunny.
uses the same ones we do.
Yeah, it's not going to be a very big bunny, but it's not meant to be because the baby's a newborn. So I'm hoping, and it's a girl. So that's the only reason I'm doing a bunny. And I had to. I absolutely hate doing the.
Oh wow, that's a sign of love.
Yeah.
Because you hate doing that. She hates doing it when you have to go around the chain.
Mm-hmm. So the lady has no idea that it's coming to her, which is why if I don't finish it in a reasonable amount of time, it'll probably go to the pregnancy center.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, yes, to offset the fact that it's a bunny, it's in the turtle bag, okay?
I just want to make a quick note while we're talking about crochet. Mom is talking about different things that she does with crochet, where you have to go around the circle and she hates that or whatever. I did something different with this pattern. Something I'm not sure if I mentioned the first time. It calls for you to chain. I instead, because it's all single crochet, I did foundation single crochet.
I don't care for that either.
I love foundation
I find that really
single
fiddly.
crochet.
I like the way it works out if I get past the fiddliness of it.
I really don't like just chaining.
But,
I find that very fiddly. I love foundation single crochet. And it's, what's his name that I can credit for?
Oh, that's 10 hours less, George.
No, not George. His buddy.
Not George, his buddy.
No, the one who we did the.
You're talking about
because we found out about him through George, I think.
I forget how we found out about 2 guys, Shannon and
yes, Shannon. And I forget what their name of. I wish I could remember.
Yeah, their books are fantastic.
Because their books are. They do mostly sweaters, I want to say.
They do. I did a sweater of his out of a magazine.
I wasn't able to finish.
I wasn't able to finish the other one that we did.
We actually offered to give back the yarn,
and he said no. So
yeah,
they are amazing.
We promoted his books like crazy.
Yeah,
Shannon and
I forget who it was. The other one.
Well, the other guy did the pictures and stuff. Shannon was the designer,
right.
So Shannon was the one we were mostly in contact with. But I can't remember what his design name was.
I can't remember. Those of you who've been with us for a while will know. Valeria, you might know. Allison might know. Sue might know.
Shannon. What was his name? You're right. You completed a sweater of his.
The green one, the peacock color one that I wear sometimes.
But he's the one who first introduced me to foundation single crochet, and I've been eternally grateful to him for it.
Right, and I've done it, but it's so fiddly for me, and I have to go revisit it because when you do the really long chains, it's hard to see where to put your stitches. I think if I can get myself back into doing the crochet like that, it'll make things a lot easier for the larger projects.
Yeah.
But okay, are you done? Is it my turn or your turn? I think it's your turn.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, in my... I just want to bring up the pattern because I always forget the name. Okay.
Had to do something with their dogs? Shibut's yarns or something?
Yeah. Shiba guys.
Shibut guys or something? Yeah, I can't remember.
Something like that. You're right. It was something guys.
Yeah. I throw it out to you guys who've been with us for a long, long time who might know.
I think you're right because I feel like when we asked him, he said, well, something to do with
their dogs. Yeah. They have dogs.
Yeah. I think you're right. I know we're mangling it, but Shannon was the one guy's name. I don't remember the other guy's name because we didn't deal as much with him. He was a photographer.
Yeah.
And he had beautiful photos.
Oh, he had great photographs.
But anyway, this is my Slip Stitch Studio Firefly bag. And inside is my Crochet and Hoovian bag by Silvershed USA. This is holding all my yarn.
Anne is awesome. We get all our bags from Anne, almost all of our bags from Anne.
So this is Mary Jane Tea Rooms, Bow Rabbit, Lapland Visitors Part 1. And I'm calling my project Han. So this is Han Bunny.
I still think you should call the other one Leia.
So
oh, look at that.
Hold on.
That is black for the boots, right?
No, dark brown.
It's dark brown. Okay, I thought it was.
This is all Cascade 220. Now, I just did a normal slip stitch. I think next time I'm going to try a mattress stitch, and I looked up a video on it so I could do it right. Because, I mean, the back of these legs, the back of these legs, no one's going to care. They're going to be covered.
Right.
By the leg warmers. So my poor sewing job won't really matter. But when I do the next one, I'll do mattress stitch, and I think it'll be prettier. But yes.
Can you Kitchener it?
I think it still leave a bit of an edge.
Okay. I'm not real familiar with Kitchener. I just know that you can do it. So I think the first time I did it was on one of George's baby hats.
Yeah. I think Kitchener needs to still be on the needles.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. I knew that. I was like, for some reason, I was like, no, I know that won't work, but I'm not. My brain's not working enough to tell you.
Why?
Yeah, it has to still be actively on the needles. You have to have live stitches for Kitchener. So shoelaces are made. I keep wanting to curl, but they're made.
And shoelaces do that sometimes.
Yeah. So his legs and shoes are finished, and I'm working on his body.
It's gonna be a good sized little bunny.
Well, he's gonna be closed up.
Yes, but he's still gonna be a good sized little bunny.
He is, and also he's gonna seem bulkier because he'll have a sweater on,
and he's not stuffed yet.
And he's not stuffed. So.
Roast rabbit. Roast rabbit.
I think this is his belly here.
You can see the little...
Yeah, they wanted it to be that way. So
that's fun. He's so cute.
So, I'm going to look forward to seeing him form. Slowly but surely. I'm enjoying the fact, actually, that it's flat simply because it makes it a mindless knit until I get to something,
And she has patterns that I'm looking at doing without the clothing, that because they're flat. I think she has a bear, doesn't she?
No, you're thinking the other designer who's flat.
I'm looking specifically.
She's the one. The other designer who's flat is the one who I want to pick up her pattern as soon as I get paid.
Right.
She's the one who does like the teddy bears
and the panda and all that,
and the panda, and it looks just like a nice huggable. Where this one I wouldn't necessarily give to a child. It's a little bit more of a display bunny. This other lady's patterns, I feel like she's called Knittables.
But she's the thing I like about these patterns is that they're not fingering weight and they're not really small pieces. Tanya had a really nice book of animals, and it was so small. I was like, I'm not doing that. But this looks like it might be doable.
Yes.
So
And I'm
branching
also
out.
doing it up on the sides. Like, it called for sport weight. I didn't have enough sport weight. It was sport weight for the main bunny and then finger weight for the clothes. Well, I didn't have that available. So I'm doing sport weight for the clothes, and I'm doing worsted for the body. Because a lot of my yarn is packed away right now.
Right.
Because house.
Okay. Whoops! I forgot to put this in my.
It's funny.
It's bunny. I don't have any tea because the tea is all gone. Okay. Maybe I'll make that bunny into something else.
I'll make him into something else.
Okay. I think the ears. I already have the ears. Okay. This is another one you didn't see, but I've been working on it for a month, and I wasn't going to show it because it was meant to be a surprise. But somebody was going to go buy something that she shouldn't be buying. So, in my Ploverbird tea time bag is my Dazzle, the Zebra. And this is from the Lucky the Horse pattern by Little Muggles. And I'm using Lady Fernicle Creations in the, if it's not a horse, it might be a zebra colorway. And
The funny thing was, it wasn't
Lady
even.
Fernicle Creations in the Bare Necessities.
It wasn't even something I was going to start right away. Oh, Mom, that's so pretty.
So this is the start of it. It'll get to tell you when it's finished.
Oh, gorgeous.
So, and I started it in June. So, that's what this is.
I think June was actually awareness month for.
It might be, but I think I started because you were having a rough month. And I had always intended to do it. That's why I did the colorway to begin with. And for dysharmonia. It took me forever to find. I had a different zebra. It was actually a zebra. This one's actually a pony. And it was just, I don't know what it was, but it just was difficult for me to follow. And so I said, you know what, I'm just going to, I looked to see how the other pattern alternated the colors to see how big maybe I should do it. And I used that, but everything else is Little Muggles. So, and Little Muggles you can find, I believe I got it on Craftsy Blueprint. I thought it was on Etsy, but I think it's Craftsy Blueprint. She might be on Etsy as well, but that's where I got this. And the pattern itself, this is what the pattern actually looks like, but I'm making it a zebra.
Oh,
See.
so cute.
So this has been going for, when I say all last month and most of this month, when I said I only had X amount of projects, I actually had one more. So that's that.
Wow.
Okay. FOs?
Yes. Hold on. I think I accidentally. Hold on. There we go. My yarn slipped over my needle unnecessarily. Let me just make sure this needle stay put. I do have an FO.
Okay, I have two. So,
Okay, well, you do one of yours first.
okay, my first one is in my
Good job, Mom.
Kikiboo Owl's bag, and I have not yet put another hat on the loom, but
You've had a busy crafting week.
I did. So this is my baby hat, and this is an older baby. This is probably a toddler or a year old or something like that, because it's going to stretch. And the yarn is Hobby Lobby. I love the stripe, I think, in a sherbet colorway. So that's this sherbet stripe colorway.
And for me, again, this is going to be about a 1-year-old.
That's smaller than a 1-year-old type.
You think so? It's a normal
Yeah.
baby?
I think so, up to about maybe 6 or 8 months, depending on the
Okay.
head size.
Okay. So this is another one of the Baby Rabbit Beanie hats by Sandra Yeager.
I think it could go to a year, maybe. How much does it stretch? Maybe a year, yeah.
Yeah. I'm using US 6 needles with a sport and a worsted. It's one of those things like I could actually have possibly gone up a needle size, I think maybe a little bit.
Up as in larger?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But This is
That's cute.
the medium size, which is the largest size. No, wait, this isn't, because the medium I thought would be too much of an adult size.
That's a.
So this is a small, which is the middle size for them.
It's cute.
But
It looks like a carousel.
it does.
I love it. It's adorable.
Not gonna lose this baby.
Mm-mm.
So that's the first one that I finished, and then I was like, well, maybe I should do a size smaller, which is why the other one's on the needles, with alternating colors. But yes, another one for bunnies.
Yay.
And besides, pregnancy center or Evan's house will benefit.
Yes. Or the table,
Or the table, yes.
which still be the pregnancy health center. Okay,
Yeah.
my other one has been a long time in coming, but here it is. This is my Lala Simple Shawl.
Oh, yay, Mom.
It needs to be blocked. It is ginormous.
Yeah, it is.
I took 4.5 balls of yarn. I had to cut off the last row. I only did, I think there were 4 repeats, or 4, back and forth, 4 of each. So 8 rows, and I think I did 4 or 6. And I said, you know what, I had the extra rows on the top when I messed up, so I just, but it's so pretty. I love it. Can you see?
Yeah, they can see.
It's really nice and warm. I will have it for Christmas. I'm excited about that. It only took me a gazillion years. It was not in the least bit because of Laura's pattern. Laura Linneman.
Yeah.
And I believe, I'm not sure if she has her stuff on
I haven't looked.
I have it in my I think this was originally a free pattern, I think, but I don't think it is anymore. I'm not positive. I might be mistaken.
Yeah, someone said they thought it was free.
But I absolutely love this. It's so nice and warm. So I'm glad to have this big project off the needles. I have to take pictures. And you really don't notice where I changed
You don't,
up.
because I think you did it so far down.
Yeah, well,
Because I was trying to look. Yeah, you did it down here.
Yeah. And
So oh, wait, no, actually farther. Yeah. You did it.
let me see. What I'm talking about is the spine is a little bit, it's right here I did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was pretty far down.
Somewhere along the line I either split a stitch or something, and it looks fine. It just kind of looks like I decided to widen out the spine way down there. So this has to be
And no
blocked.
one's generally looking at the point that much.
No.
So.
Okay, so I don't know why the garter part of it is curling, but it is. Okay, so this one is going to have to, I'm going to have a blocking party with my 2 shawls. The thing is, I'm going to have to do them one at a time because they're both pretty good size.
Yeah. I know I have a couple things I need to block too. But mine are hats, so they're smaller and don't take as much space.
Yeah. And now I have these needles free. I think these were size 10s, 10.5s. So, okay, so that's that. Yay for finishing.
Yay.
Okay, do you have any needle adjacent?
I do, because I don't have the yarn for it yet. It's coming in. Whoopsie.
Who's bunny?
It is the Bunny Yoke Pullover for Babies and Children by Angela Hahn. Got some nitpicks coming in here, and I'm doing the 6-month size. Whoopsie.
It's bunny.
So that's the sweater. I actually look forward to some of the stockinette parts.
Yeah.
And then,
Isn't that pretty?
and I'm going to be doing a purple. It's like a low light purple set. So it's different than anything else I'm working. And also needle adjacent, even though I don't own it yet. I'll let you do yours while I find my other one.
And that's not really needle adjacent if you don't own it yet.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay, my needle adjacent, I just picked up the pattern and the yarn is coming in. I ordered the same day Talia did. Is for the turtle team, Ninja Turtle blanket. Look at that. I have green coming in for the background, and then for each of the turtles, the purple, red, blue, and orange for the different turtles. I'm looking forward to this. And actually, it looks like this might be double or half double crochet as opposed to single, so it should move along. I guess I can just check the pattern, but I don't want to tell you guys for sure because it is a paid-for pattern. I picked this up on Lovecraft. And it's a pretty good size. It's a 56 by 70. But I think I picked
You
it
went
up.
down and
I went down a size. This is for worsted, and I went down to a sport.
Yeah.
I ordered Brava Sport. And so I'm looking forward to this. It'll be a lot of fun. Something a little just kind of go back, go forth, go back, go forth. Because I think it's basically stripes until you get to the eyes.
Yeah.
So that's needle adjacent. Okay.
Hopefully needle adjacent soon, simply because I can't not show this to you because I think it's awesome. Is go to my cart.
You shouldn't be showing that right now.
It's by Knittables. She designed her stuff with charity in
I love
mind.
that. That's so cute.
So
You said she's flat, right?
she's flat as well.
Because that's the one with the bears and stuff. Isn't that cute?
So I see myself making a lot of those and giving them away. They look very child safe. This is what she intended it for, was for charity. So
You can
and
follow.
she's very reasonably priced.
You can follow her on Comforting Crafts.
Yeah. Not Comforting Crafts.
Not Comforting Crafts.
Love Crafts.
Brittany's now hosting their designers.
No, Love Crafts.
Brittany's gonna come up and bop me on the head with a wet noodle.
So yes, that's all that I have to say about that. Let me go back to there.
Okay, which brings us to what?
I guess that brings us to any dyeing news.
Okay, dyeing news. I have 7 skeins of yarn in the other room drying. But before I talk about those, not drying, soaking, I have to rinse them out. I dyed a whole bunch of yarn yesterday. The pre-orders for the Cardiac Dysautonomia Awareness Cal Lal is up. It's in the general discussions area. It is different. Don't put a pre-order. If you want a pre-order, don't put it in Lady Fernicle Creations updates. That's where I'll do my normal updates, or you'll have projects that you want to show in Lady Fernicle Creations. The pre-order thread is a separate thread, so I can not have to worry about where I'm looking. It's all the pre-orders go in that particular thread. I've already had a very nice size order. Thank you very much. And that one is almost finished. And I put up the bases and the prices, plus the fact that there will be discount code. Either I'll put it in when I set up the shop, or I'll give you a code when the order is ready, and you can have the code, and I'll have that code set up for your purchase, because I'm giving you guys a 20% discount if you're part of the PHN group in our virtual family on the website. Okay. So that's there. Now the colorways that I did well, 2 skeins of one of the colorways are going to my local yarn shop. So I have 2 skeins available of the if it's not a horse, it might be a zebra. I have 2 of those in fingering sock that are going to go up in the shop. Or if someone pre-orders it, it'll go that way. I have a skein of, well, the other one is part of the pre-order. I have to make sure it worked out right, or I might have to redo it. I think it'll be fine, though. Rocket Pop. That's filling out somebody else's order. And if I don't like the way it is, I will just fix it so it looks like Telltale Heart.
Right.
And that's on a sparkle base. And then I have 2 skeins of yarn that I'm not sure if they're going into the shop or if they're going to be part of the housewarming prize for the people who have moved into the Fun and the Woman Cave on our site. So I have all those, and I plan to be doing some more yarn dyeing over the next several days. I need to get the stock up for my shop and get some stuff made up for Laura for her Knitter's Magic shop in Winchester. So I'm excited about that. We have some ideas for that, which is exciting. So that's what's going on in the Etsy shop. The thread is up for pre-orders if you would like to do so.
I just want to show you guys, because Mom's like, the reason why she showed what she showed is because the zebra is because I was talking about this pattern
And I think I have that on. I saw that.
It's knitted.
It's knitted, yeah.
I don't know if she does it flat, though.
No, I think I had it favorited, but I don't know if I put it in my...
Because she is knitted. Steffi Hochfellner.
It's probably in the round, but...
and she doesn't necessarily say.
Yeah. I think they usually say if they do it knit and or flat, if they do it flat.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
So, but I had been doing the thing for Taya. I mean, I was looking for a pattern even before I started in June. So.
Right, yeah. This is just what prompted her, because I was making noise about starting that. Even though it wasn't in my cart. I was making noise about it, and it made Mom nervous.
Okay, so that's what we have for that. Anything else?
I guess it'd just be our normal autobiography.
I don't think I have anything for autobiography. Oh, well, the house, but is that...
Just quickly, let's see. I did pick up a couple of audio knitting podcasts. I haven't listened to them all the way yet, but just because, even though the video ones are still my favorite, I was just looking for something, honestly, to listen to while I was headed to sleep.
Right, right.
So I picked up, and now this one is not podcasting anymore. Both of these were ones that Kay mentioned.
I wish I could remember the one I found that I liked so much, because I mentioned it last week, and I can't remember the name of it.
The Yarniacs is one.
I've heard of them.
And then the other one that she mentioned was Commuter Knitter Podcast. Now, they're not podcasting anymore, so it'd just be old ones I'd be listening to.
And the one that I've been listening to, I'm kind of obsessed with at the moment, is Cozy Up Knits.
Yes, and I watched the most recent one.
They are sweet. There's 4 of them, and when Mom joins, there's 5, and they talk over each other, and they're just
Mom
fun.
Usually isn't there, from what I gather, when all the girls are there, because someone has to be the kids.
Well, Mom was there with the 4 girls the last podcast.
Yes, but one of the girls stepped out to watch the kids.
Okay.
Because remember, she introduced herself as Jamie. Right. And then Jamie came back.
Right, right.
The other one I picked up, I haven't listened to it yet. It's a mom and daughter. It's an audio. It's called Keep Calm and Carry Yarn. A knitting and crocheting podcast.
And there's one that I found, and I have to see if I can find it again. I'm culling what I'm watching, and I'm being very selective of what I get reminders for, because I get overwhelmed. So,
my problem isn't that I get overwhelmed. It's just that I fall down the rabbit hole of, like, superhero videos and...
Yeah. Well, see, what you're talking about, I'm talking about actual knitting and crocheting podcasts. I don't watch a whole lot of podcasts that aren't crafting related or related to my Catholic faith.
Yeah, I have a ton of different... I have a bunch of history ones.
I do follow some of the Sherlock Holmes / Brother Catfile /
Well, that's not a podcast, more an audiobook.
No. The actual movies.
Oh, okay.
They have the actual, not Brother Catfile, Father Brown. I don't know if Brother Catfile's out there, but anyway, I do some of the audios like that too. But there's just so much, and sometimes I just need silence. So, but...
Well, usually I have something to listen to while I'm winding down after I come home from work. I'll choose something, and it either be a video, or I like having the audio ones available as well.
Well, when I do the video ones, I end up talking to the people on the screen. Kay and Dan get talked to, and, stuff like that. Or I haven't quite figured out who each of the people are in Cozy Up Knits yet, so I can't talk to them by name, because I'm not sure who's who yet.
I usually can pick out Jamie.
Who is the oldest one? The one who usually sits on
That's the one whose name I always forget. Because Sarah usually sits next to her. And then there's one...
Chrissy, yeah.
It's Sarah, then Chrissy, and there's... Jamie's usually on this end.
Katie. There's Katie, Sarah, Sarah, Katie, Chrissy...
Jamie.
And Jamie.
Jamie's usually here. Then there's one next to her. Then it's Sarah.
I'm sure they'd be quite amused to know that we are talking about their...
Assuming they watch.
They don't watch us. I'm quite sure.
They don't talk to watch us. They have kids.
They have kids. I'm sure they don't watch us. I would be very pleasantly surprised that they watched us because they're just so busy. But and they're out of Canada.
Yeah.
And they're really fun to watch. They just have a lot of energy, you know. Okay, so moving on about reading. I'm still reading Spectre of the Past. I really haven't read that much. I've been doing too many other things. Just keeping busy with stuff. Let me think here. I guess we need to... I really don't have much more to say, do you?
Did you want to hit up a little bit of the house? Because you said later.
Oh, yeah. The house, we have... The contractors have come in. The floor is laid. We have tile floor now. We're very excited about having that. Now we're doing the hurry up and wait about when are they coming to paint everything and fix Talia's room as well and paint that. So we can put the actual toilet in. And get
Not
the
in my
fixtures
room.
No, yes, we're going to put a toilet in your room. We won't be able to find it. We won't be able to find it in your room. But anyway, we...
Not cool.
I know. But anyway... yes, it's a very obscure reference. But anyway, once they paint the bathroom, we can have the toilet put in and all that, and then they have to paint. They have to fix the ceiling because this is an old house and it's got a textured ceiling. It's plaster, so they have to match that a little bit as much as they can, and paint that and clean the carpet. And they're out of here, so they wanted to change the carpet. We're like, that's not necessary. We're not moving all this stuff out. Just clean the carpet. So, and I think actually my husband is going to go ahead and clean the carpet once they move out. But now it's just kind of the hurry up and wait. We have to get the schedule of the person who can do the drywall and the painting, and then match that with the plumber who has been fantastic. But he gets tired of being come back and forth and not knowing, because all of our people come from like an hour and a half away, and if they come here and something's not done right, they have to go back and they lose like 2 hours of time. So we are hoping that things get finished by my husband's birthday, which is the 4th of August. This has been going on
Since Mother's Day.
The week after Mother's Day. So I'm done with this, and I want my house back. But it'll happen when it happens. We are blessed that everything works. We're down to... My husband took the opportunity to fix the bathroom downstairs in terms of making it so we can actually use it without getting grossed out. The basement bathroom. So he cleaned it up and painted and all that.
Yeah, it made it seem a little bit more friendly because it was kind of dark and creepy looking before. Just because it was not one we really used that much.
Yeah, nobody used it but him, basically. Or sometimes Davina would go down there.
Davina would.
But so now it's more inviting. So we have at least an extra toilet to use. I still won't use that shower until I get it really scrubbed. But I'd like to have our other bathroom back. So that's what's going on with that. House stuff, Anything else?
No, I think that'd be it.
Okay, we want to thank our YouTube commenters. We have Ncraft.
Did you want to say that again?
Craft and Chat 2, Rena, The Wager Zoo, Angela, Pat, Brittany, Sue, and LS Crafts. I want to thank you for commenting on YouTube. And these are the people that I noticed as we started recording, so I don't know if somebody else
if someone else has commented since then, we did not purposely leave you out.
Right, and we want to thank everybody who has commented in the group as well. I think I hit everybody, well, not physically speaking, but...
No, please don't actually hit people.
I actually responded to everybody that needed response there. I think, again, if this is as of this morning, when I had the chance to answer everybody that I didn't answer, so I would not intentionally miss you. We are intending to podcast next Saturday. I think that's like August 2nd or something like that. Is it? What's today?
No, the 1st is a Thursday.
Do we have one more week in July? I think we do.
We have part of a week in July.
What is today? Today's the 27th?
August 1st is a Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, this Thursday. So it'll be somewhere in August, okay, that we will be podcasting the first week of August.
I think that Dad's birthday is...
Sunday. It's next Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dad's birthday is next
I need
Sunday.
to give him something for his birthday.
So, that is where we're at with that. We want to thank everybody for joining us here for the rather discombobulated fun in the Woman Cave. We hope to see you here next week. So, in the meantime, we wish you a blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing. Oh, I wanted to point you in the direction of Laura's shop one more time, her Etsy shop. She's got a D-stash going there, and she has, I hand-dyed yarn and patterns, and it is Lollipop Girl. I think that's the...
I feel like you're right. I feel like we had a conversation about it.
So it's there. Check that out. And she might not, if you order between now and like about a week, it might take her a little longer because she's away from her computer. Right. But, you know, she will get to you as soon as she's able. Okay? And as I said, we wish you a very blessed week full of every good thing, your crafting, whatever it is you like to do. We hope to see you here again for the Fun and the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 365, and that's a wrap.
Bunny!